Hey y'all, I'm Emily and welcome back to Bama Based, where I find peace in my garden and joy in my kitchen. So the hubby and I just got home from Costco, and on the way back, as you can tell with the clouds behind me, we're about to have some pretty bad weather. I looked at the forecast and we're about to have 3 days of pretty intense thunderstorms, and this gardener can't go long without being outside and my hands in the dirt. So I'm out here right now before I get rained on. So my plan today is just to plant some strawberries that I picked up from the store, and then I need to plant my onions. So let's get into it. I'm gonna go get my kneeling pad. Oh, that hurt. Hang on, heart. Oh, I'm gonna trip over you. All right, y'all. So I picked up this container of strawberries. I'm gonna pull out the tag. Hey, heart. So it is from Bonnie Plants. Yes, buddy. Hi, Harley. How you doing, bud? So it says it's everbearing, and does it give me the name of the actual strawberry? Bless you. Yeah, it doesn't give me the actual variety name that I see. So it is everbearing. That's all I know from Bonnie Plants. Oh, you are so needy for attention. I love you. All right, so I'm just going to put the tag right here. Got to get down, Harley. And I lucked out with getting this strawberry plant with already having several runners. So I'm going to plant the actual mother strawberry plant in the middle here, and then carefully lay out the runners and just very carefully plant them. With strawberries, you don't want to plant them too deep because you don't want the crown to be completely submerged beneath the soil. So I'm just going to get to planting and have fun getting all dirty. Kind of looks like I might have 3 in here. And the soil's pretty dry. Let's see what I have. Yeah, it looks like I have 3. So I'm just going to carefully pull these apart and just plant them very carefully. You know, I think when I scan the tag, this size pot at the store was like $12. You know, sometimes you can't beat big box store, like bulk stores prices. You are so nosy, Harley. Right, so here's one with a good size runner already. And then here are 2 more. You know, plants just make me happy. Harley Davidson, you have dirt all over your face. But you get out of this bed. Get out. Get out. Oh, bless you. All right. All right, so we have 1 strawberry crown here. I'm going to bury the roots, but not the actual crown itself. There we go. And then I'm looking at a runner here that I'm just going to lay on the surface of the soil. This one right here, Let me bring you in closer. All right, so this one is already growing some roots. So I'm going to carefully bury this, get those roots in there, and then I'm going to go grab a landscape staple and then secure this gently. Same with this one. This one also has some roots. There we go. All right, so I just have normal landscape staples, and I'm just going to gently, I don't want to press down too hard, but this is just to ensure that the wind doesn't uproot it and damage the plant. And this is to hold down the little offspring. Looking good. And as these roots do develop more, I can spread these out farther. All right, so here's a close picture of the tag. And they are everbearing, so I'm just going to put it near the mother plant. Now on to planting the second one. That was in that pot. Now getting 3 strawberry plants in one pot for like $12, you can't really beat it. And they're healthy. All right, and here's the third going in. And this one has, looks like 3 runners. Yeah. I also have 30 bare root strawberries. I believe they're the Seascape coming from M.I. Gardner, but they're not here yet. I just got a notification sent to my email that it was packaged ready to go, so I expect it probably sometime this week. But I think I'm going to put those in my green stock. And this bed is full of good topsoil and fresh compost. And y'all, I probably should have worn gloves. Because it was a bag of compost and manure. Ugh. I just had that thought. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing with these runners. And then just take a landscape staple and get them secure. There we go. This makes me so happy. I love strawberries. And they're just pretty plants too. Alright y'all, so just a few days ago I planted some bare root strawberries that my husband and I picked up from Walmart. And I think one of the bags just, they were pretty much dust. But the other one did have some, ooh, that's a big old spider. Sorry, distracted. But the other bag, had some green left in the roots. Harley, you're fine. So I'm going to move these strawberries from my other new raised bed into this one. I want this one to be my main strawberry bed now. He's so needy for attention today. So I'm going to carefully pick out the few strawberry roots, bare roots that I do see, and then just move them. So here's one that I think I could probably save. And these came from Walmart, and I just wasn't sure. But you know, the ones at Walmart were like $3.96, I think. So my husband was like, why not? Let's give it a shot. There's another. You're not supposed to be in that bed, Harley Davidson. You're not supposed to be in the garden bed. Get down. Thank you. See, like here's another one of the bare roots in that first bag. It didn't do anything. Here, go. I think I see one more. Yep. So I'm going to just plant these 3. Again, I'm making sure not to bury the crown too deep. Hey, Har. There we go. Looking good. One more. All right. This bed makes me so happy. So, do y'all remember when I planted my tulips? Those came from Holland Bowl Farms. Well, also in that order, I purchased some onion sets, and they were just delivered yesterday. I got the email saying that they weren't going to deliver my onions until it was like ready in my area to plant them. So these got delivered to Zone 8A yesterday from Holland Bowl Farms. And y'all, it's 100 onion bulbs or onion sets. 100. And I think I want to say I spent like $3 or $4. Yeah, you can't beat that. So I am going to plant some of these onions in my new 12 by 2 by 1 garden bed. I know I realistically cannot grow 100 onions in my tiny growing space, but I'm going to try to plant as much as I possibly can. I know some of these will probably have to go in the green stock, and you know, one might have to be nestled in between a tomato plant, or I'm just going to cram them wherever I possibly can. But for right now, I'm going to probably do 1 or 2 rows of onions in my new 12 by 2 by 1 onion bed. So these onions are Ebenezer or white Ebenezer. And they are, well, this is what the package looks like. And again, they're from Holland Bowl Farms. All right, so I'm just going to dump out a few. Harley's over there chewing on a stick. These are mine. Harley Davidson, these are mine. All right, so I'm just going to nestle them in, just like I did the garlic. And I am going to plant them pretty close together, but I'm spacing them out about, I'd say about 4 or 5 inches. And just going down about an inch or so, just like the garlic. And I'm planting them root side down, tip side up. Nope, where's the last one? Lost my place. There we go. There's one. All right, 2 small rows in the first section of my bed are planted. You know, having this soil freshly put into this bed is making it so easy to plant these. All right, and that's another 2 small rows. 2, 4, 6, 8, roughly 16 in each section. Not bad. Think I should do another row? Yeah, let's do another row. I think onions and bell peppers are the 2 main vegetables my family consumes. My daughter will eat, you know, she'll like salad and stuff like that. But my husband, he is a meat and potato kind of guy. Occasionally he'll eat some cabbage, and he likes my green beans at Thanksgiving. But I can't get him to eat a rutabaga or anything crazy. You know, he's so basic. Hi, Harley. Yeah, let's plant some more onions. You want to plant some more onions? Yeah? You're such a good garden helper. Yeah, you definitely need a doggy mitt. Hi, Harley. What you doing? I see you. You're being so nosy. You're being nosy, yeah. Yes. All right, one more. Are you going to leave these alone and let them grow? All right, so that's my strawberries. Get out of the bed. Get out. You naughty dog. Oh, you know, some gardeners have to deal with squirrels. Some have to deal with other pests. I have to deal with a Harley. It's a good thing he's cute. All right, so strawberries are planted. Now I want to take you to the in-ground bed and show you my garlic and the onions that I forgot to harvest last year. And they were onion sets that my mother passed on to me because she ran out of growing room. And I just forgot to pull them last year. And now they have put on one of their seed heads. So I definitely need to pull those up and use them. All right, y'all. So I have 2 onions here. Bug. So I have 2 onions here, and these are left over from last year, but they are already starting to attempt to flower. And I would rather not have a billion onion seeds scattered in the garden. So out of curiosity, I want to cook these up for dinner, because once they start to make their flower and try to produce seed, it's not viable to keep in your pantry. So let's pull them and see what we have. They definitely smell like onions. So I want to pull up the big one first. That's not that big. Well, it's something though. Let's pull up the second one. that's just a little bulb too. No. It's something, and I'm not going to be picky. It's enough for dinner tonight. And I enjoyed watching them grow. So I also see some garden scapes already on my garlic. So I definitely want to pull those so the bulbs can keep getting bigger. So here's my garden scapes. So I just want to yank these up, and then I'll add them to my onions for tonight's dinner. Oh, dropped it. So here's 3 scapes that I see. Let me take a quick look at any others. All right, y'all. So I'm going to take these onions and garlic scapes inside and start cooking dinner because it's about to rain. So until next time, y'all, I'm Emily from Bama Base, where I find peace in my garden and joy in my kitchen. Bye, y'all.